Yesterday, I shared with you how Kelly Kumalo responded with multiple clips of her name being mentioned, like, hello, I am the buzz, 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 buzz. But you know what? Before, she used to always release a song. Every time her name was mentioned in the court, she would always release a song. She was making money out of her name being mentioned in that courtroom. And then, I don't know, something happened. And then, jiggy, she said, no ways. She took everything down Instagram. She stopped posting. And then she just came back with that one clip yesterday. But just in case you also want to know, how is she really doing? How is her mental health? How is she coping? Let me read this to you. This is, of course, I imagine her response to all the media mentions right now. And this is what she says. I'm trying to channel my Kelly Kumalo voice. Jeremiah 29 verse 11, God says, "For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future." And that is a scripture that I hold dear to my heart, because God is not a man that he should lie. If he says he has a plan for me, he does it. He does. If he says he has plans to prosper, he does. I have that much confidence in him to know if he said it's just what it is. And that is Jeremiah 29 verse 11. I hope you stood up for the reading of the word. That is a quote, not a quote. That is literally the video that Kelly Kumalo posted, okay? Literally, that's what she says. So she's holding Jeremiah 29 verse 11 very dear to her heart. And you know what, Mzansi Unfiltered family, I have to let you know that is one of my utmost favorite Bible verses, okay? So it looks like Ziajiga, okay? Ziajiga, while it's getting hot in there. We have Brigadier in there changing and being told, no. Answer the question. He's also being told, I didn't ask you that question. It was a tough last day for Brigadier Kininda, okay? Before going on Friday recess, end of day. And then now we know they're coming back tomorrow o'clock, okay? They're coming back tomorrow o'clock. For those of you who are searching to see if they're here today o'clock, no. He's sitting inside Pagati, the LLB exam today, so he is not available. But I digress. Let's go back to Kelly Kumalo. She was mentioned several times, okay? She's been mentioned several times out of the mouth of a Brigadier Bongani Gininda, okay? Why did you not ask Kelly Kumalo about the photo? Just a basic question. I'm also asking myself that. Why didn't you ask her? Kelly Kumalo, we found this photo on your phone. Where did you get it? Why do you have it? Whose money is it? Why does Longwe have the same photo? Because guess what? Accused number 3 also has the same photo, which implicates you, ma'am. So I'll be right back. I've applied for a warrant of arrest. Don't disappear, okay? I mean, you are Kelly Kumalo. It's not very far you can go. Ask Dr. Nandipa what happens, okay? Ask Nandipa what happens, okay? The South African Police Services will still come and get you, okay? They will still come and arrest you in whichever country you're in, and they will disguise it as a deportation or an extradition or whatever phrases they're using over there in the Nandipa case. You can run, but you cannot hide. Are those the plans that God has for you? To be a runner, okay? I don't think so. God's plans are for you to prosper and for you to receive your prophecy, your prosperity, and to cut off any generational curses you'd be passing down to your children. Come to Judge Rata's court as a friend of the court and speak your truth. This is the cry of the public. This is the wishes of uSenzo's spirit. Let yourself go. Did Kelly Kumalo actually pull the trigger? I don't know. Does Kelly Kumalo know exactly what happened that day? Yes, I do believe so. Has Kelly Kumalo been telling us what happened that day? The nganigwane that they're selling is not sellable. It's not make sure for me right now. Maybe they need to do a new edit, version 2, okay? 2.0, what happened that night. I believe that things are happening. Now that there's an arrest warrant being mentioned, remember when SENZO MEYIWA's mother asked in her plea to Kelly Kumalo and Zandi Kumalo's mother, and she said, what do you guys talk about when you're with your daughters? My question is, what are they talking about now that they know? Brigadier Gininda, out of his mouth, said he applied for an arrest warrant. What is the conversations that they're having? What do you think are the conversations that are happening over there by the Kumalos? Unfortunately, they are no longer at the Spaza house. You know, they moved on up. Okay, what do you think the conversations are now? But these conversations now, the children can now talk. The children are exposed, I believe. There's no way the children are not hearing all this buzz around Kelly Kumalo's name. Maybe Zandi's son is too young to even comprehend what happened. What is Zandi's husband saying now that he knows? Wait, there's an arrest warrant? Is this why Zandi's husband took a second wife? You know what? Let me stay out of people's bedrooms. Let me stay right here in Judge Ratter's courtroom. Let me know your thoughts. I am curious to hear from you. I am curious to hear what you think is going down right now at the Kumalos. Keeping up with the Kumalos. I mean, that's a great show that they should put out. Jeremiah 29 verse 11. Woof. But according to Gininda, lead investigator, not an expert of anything to do with cell phones, he brings to the court, or should I say to the DPP, that Kelly Kumalo needs to get an arrest warrant. Just Kelly Kumalo, not Longwe Twala, okay? Who also has the exact same photo that she has in her phone, or should I say had in her phone. So Longwe Twala had the photo, Kelly Kumalo had the photo, and who else? Accused number 3, Umuzi Sibi. No, accused number 3 is Mr. Mngube, okay? Who now resides at the Joburg prison, okay? Now, I kept getting many of these kind of comments, so let me read this one. Is it a crime to have a photo in your phone that other 3 people also have? Because if we audit your phones right now, some of you have that man from Equatorial Guinea's photos in your phone and those videos. Is it therefore a crime? Gininda was asked, what was the source of the photo? He had no clue. Okay. When did they get the photo? Can you give us the date? Who is the sender? Who is the original owner of the photo? Who is the one sending to the others the photo? Are they in a group chat on WhatsApp together, planning the end of SENZO MEYIWA? Gininda could not answer any of those questions. So then I'm wondering, will they then call Stein back to ask these questions? Because Stein's going to be real upset. Stein will be really upset that he has to come back again from retirement to answer questions about the damn downloads of these Mgulugutus and the people in the Spaza house. But you know what? I digress. It's pretty interesting. So Kelly Kumalo is being named the mastermind because of allegedly 2 phone calls that she made to accused number 5, and then to accused number 3 she sent a photo, or they each have a photo. We don't know who sent who a photo of money. And also that Bongani Ntanzi's confession says, now this for me is where I say, come on now, Gininda, you've got to do a little bit more work than this. Where Gininda says, Bongani Ntanzi's confession says, Bongani Ntanzi's confession says that accused number 3, or is it 5, was on the phone with Kelly Kumalo. He thinks it's Kelly Kumalo because they would call her sisters. And when he'd say, hello, sisters, guys, how many people do you call sisters? Does that mean they're guilty of a crime? And also, does that mean you're talking to Kelly Kumalo? This, ladies and gentlemen, is the lead investigator. No, not the warrant officer. No, not a captain. No. It is the lead investigator, because he keeps telling us this, okay? And he was appointed to the cold case unit of SENZO MEYIWA. This other comment said, is it a crime to have a photo in your phone? Was the photo taken by their phone? That's a good question. Received by SMS or WhatsApp? Could we send photos? Yes, we could. We could send WhatsApp photos in 2014. Or download it from the internet. What is the source? And suddenly, Brigadier Kininda cracks under pressure and says he is not an expert. You know what? I enjoyed that moment so much. Let's watch it one more time, okay?
Linked to the actual perpetrators of the murder by means of cell phone linkages. These linkages connect her to accused 3 and accused 5. What do you mean by cell phone linkages?
Well, my lord, I'm referring to, accused 5, for example, I think we've dealt with the 2 calls. Accused 3, we dealt with the bag, the see-through bag, which appears on accused 3's phone, and that's a link, and Miss Kelly Kumalo. But as I said, my lord, and to be fair, unless then Advocate Minister does not mind, then I will go into it, because there are certain things that we found that links Miss Kelly Kumalo, but for the purpose of this court, we didn't bring it up because it's not relevant. Yes. So that is the link that I'm talking about. So if I'm asked to go deep, but unfortunately it will have a bearing on Advocate Minister's...
No, I don't want us to go to... I'm just reading the statement as is, and I was asking, by cell phone link, what do you mean? Is it media that is contained in the phone? Is it calls? Is it text? But I've got my answer. I don't want you to go to another advocate's evidence.
I don't understand. Wait. I don't understand. You're asking me a question. You're obliged to answer the question pertaining to your investigation.
Yes, ma'am.
As you conducted it, so that the court can appreciate too. You can't tell me that you disclose this piece of evidence, but you won't disclose this piece of evidence. What should I do about the rest of your evidence then?
Understood, my lord.
Actually says that there was a link between accused number 3 and Kelly Kumalo. That's the information that it did not disclose to court, according to him. I just want to follow the statement.
Are you able to explain, sir?
Yes, my lord. What I can explain is that the statement that I saw, and if it needs be, we can get to it and I can read it verbatim. The statement of Kenneth Stein links accused 3 with Miss Kelly Kumalo. That's the essence of it. As to how we put these terms, that's the part that I don't want to misquote him. But what is clear is that there's a link with Miss Kelly Kumalo and accused 3.
Yeah, but what is of concern to this court was that statement discovered?
Yes, my lord. It's the statement
to the defense also.
Yes, it's a statement that was attached in the docket.
Wait. Let's understand each other. Take it slow. Because if you haven't discovered that information, you can't use it now. But the law allows you, if you have discovered all the information you are testifying about,
yes, my lord,
and you are able to say it was discovered, this is the information. But if you are not able to say that, I can't take that information. Are you with me?
I'm with you, my lord. What I know, my lord, the state statement was signed, attached in the docket, and it was disclosed. Whatever that is in the docket, in the A section, was disclosed to the defense. So it's not something that we kept away. It's in the docket, and it was disclosed, my lord.
Now, Brigadier, let's go to the specific linkage that you talked about, even in your evidence in chief, which is the transparent plastic with money in it, which you said from the downloads of accused number 3, the downloads of Longa Twala, and the downloads of Kelly Kumalo, that photo is a common denominator. Is that correct?
That is correct, my lord.
As a lead investigator in this case, did you present and confront Kelly Kumalo about that photo and seek an explanation from her?
No, I did not, my lord. Remember the court, I've said, my lord, she was a person that we were intending to charge together with this accused. So the time when I would have approached her and obviously put these assertions would have been when I went to take a warning statement and process accordingly. There was enough, in my view, based on what we had, to apply for the warrant of arrest. And obviously, as the process, that's a normal process. Before a person appears, we'd have sat down with that person, interviewed that person, and these assertions would have been put, my lord. So at that stage, I didn't, but it was evidence that was important for me to mention in pursuance of the J50, in other words, the authorization from the NPA to be granted. But furthermore, my lord, one will also recall that I've indicated that it was a prosecutorial driven investigation. So we're discussing with the state advocate to say, can we approach the timing? So those things, you don't do it in isolation. So there was no blessing to say, go ahead and interview her on these aspects.
Did you determine from either cell phone records or from the experts within this field that were assisting the police, the investigation, the source of this photograph with depicting bag of money, a transparent bag of money?
No, my lord. No. I don't want to misquote them, my lord, but no, I don't recall that, my lord.
And the link of that photograph, did you determine who shared with whom amongst the three? Did they share amongst the three, or the source of origin from the individual phone, Longwe Twala, accused number 3, Kelly Kumalo, as to the source of that photo?
My lord, I think in the statement is contained. So that is a terrain which is an expect evidence, and I don't want, but I think the Colonel Stein explains whether it was shared or taken by, so I didn't focus, I'm not an expert, my lord, so I don't want, and I didn't even cover it on my statement because I think that's the area that I don't have the expertise, except to say, I was convinced that these photos appears because I was shown the downloads, but all those technicalities, I don't have the expertise, my lord. But except to say, I know it was there in those 3 downloads.
Yeah, sorry, but for my own understanding, these are photos of 3 individual different persons.
Correct, my lord.
They don't stay together in the same house.
Absolutely correct.
Are they friends?
No, I didn't find
Are they
evidence.
acquaintances?
I didn't find such evidence.
Is there a relationship between the 3 of them? Like, for instance, Zandile told us his boyfriend, sorry to use that language, is Longwe, for instance. Are you with me?
I'm with you, my lord. In my investigation, I didn't find such a relationship, and that is why in the very same statement Ramsipile is referring me to, I do indicate somewhere that for me it was concerning as to why Ms. Kelly Kumalo in particular will be talking to the hitmen or the people alleged to have killed her boyfriend, because I could not establish any relationship that will justify the communication. Yes.
Did you confront Longwe Twala about this photo, show it to him, and seek an explanation from him regarding the presence of this photo in his phone, in his phone's memory?
No, sorry to speak over you, Mr. Ramsey. No, I did not. Same reasons, my lord, that concern me, because you find there are people who are alleged to be the perpetrators of this offense, and in their device you find a common denominator, which is now found in Longwe Twala. Now, it changes the view, and one needed to obviously tread carefully and be guided by prosecution as to when do we approach him. So we didn't approach him, but it was based on serious concerns that we had about this common denominator that is found in accused 3's phones, and mysteriously then it appears in the phones of Mr. Longwe Twala and Kelly Kumalo. So in essence, my lord, one of the reasons that made us not to approach him, it was serious concerns which may be similar to the ones that were motivating the non-approach to Ms. Kelly Kumalo with regard to Mr. Longwe Twala.
And accused number 3 is arrested on this matter. Measurements are taken from him. Scars are checked to determine whether he had scars from this. Did you also confront him about this picture of a plastic bag with money and seek an explanation from him regarding that?
I know, my lord, I confronted him with the allegation containing to this matter in totality, and he responded. But the response was not...
No, so sorry, Brigadier, to cut you. I'm speaking specifically about the plastic bag with money, not the totality of the evidence. That's way out of the specific confine of my question.
Yes, but that's what I'm trying to answer, my lord. So the bag of money is in relation to this matter. It's not a standalone matter. So when you interview a person, it's a collective. You put the allegation. So in the warning statement that I took from him was a warning statement regarding this allegation, and there were obvious responses that he gave me, but we didn't deal with the warning statements during the trial, within trial. I'm not sure now whether I should go to what is.
No,
what
I didn't
told
ask
me.
you about that.
Oh, okay. With the warning statements during the trial, within trial, I'm not sure now whether I should go to what is.
No,
what
I didn't
told
ask
me.
you about that.
Oh, okay.
Mzansi Unfiltered, checking out. Catch you on my next upload.
My Lord, I'm indebted.
Yeah.
As the court pleases, my Lord, I'm indebted.
Yeah.
If the grooves don't fit, acquit the 5 accused. Mzansi has done a fantastic job proving there was no match.